The shortlist for the 2023 prize has been announced. So who is in the running to win the famous trophy? The 2023 Ballon d'Or Awards ceremony is almost upon us, with some of the world's best footballers among the nominees to succeed 2022 winner Karim Benzema in lifting the Golden Ball in Paris on October 30. It promised to be a unique Ballon d'Or battle, with the World Cup taking place in the middle of the 2022-23 campaign, meaning it could be a distant memory by the time the votes were cast in August. There is no denying, however, that certain players' chances of winning the Golden Ball were increased by taking center stage in Qatar, even though the late-season spotlight was on the winners of the domestic and European championships. Now that we have all the nominations, who has put themselves forward for the largest individual honor of them? See this video to reach a decision. 10. Robert Lewandowski. Even though Robert Lewandowski's hopes of ever winning the Ballon d'Or may be gone, he did at least continue his incredible record of league championships by leading Barca back to the top of Spanish football. With only 35 years old, he managed to do it despite the occasional downturn in form, which speaks to his talent and tenacity. 9. Julian Alvarez. Only 6 Premier League players scored more goals in all competitions than Julian Alvarez in 2022-23, as he proved that he needs to be more than just a backup for Man City going forward. For now, he can be content with finishing as the most decorated footballer on the planet for the 2022-23 campaign, and though performances are meant to trump trophies when it comes to Ballon d'Or voting, the Argentina forward can claim to have provided both over the course of the season. 8. Victor Osimhen. In 2022-23, 33 goals, 5 assists, 1 Serie A. After his goal gave the Partenopei their first Serie A championship in 33 years, Victor Osimhen will always be remembered in Naples. It was only fitting that the Nigerian striker would complete the job after the season he had. Unexpectedly, Osimhen avoided the leading clubs in Europe throughout the transfer window and has already had a strong start to the new season. 7. Ilkay Gundogan. If Barcelona find themselves needing someone to come up clutch late in the season, then they could not have signed a more ideal player than Ilkay Gundogan, who regularly showed up in the biggest moments during his Manchester City career. The midfielders' pair of braces against Leeds and Everton late last season effectively sealed the Premier League title for City before his stunning double at Wembley proved to be the difference in the FA Cup final win over Manchester United. 6. Vinicius Jr. Given everything that Vinicius Jr. had to put up with from opposition fans in Spain over the course of the 2022-23 season, his form was superb, with it now confirmed that he is among that small group that can be dubbed world-class. Falling short in the Champions League will likely mean he misses out on the Ballon d'Or podium this time around, but everything about the Brazilian profiles as a future winner of the award. 5. Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne, the brains behind Manchester City, had yet another outstanding season to add to his impressive resume. The legendary Belgian midfielder is still going strong in his 30s despite being older. He has now essentially established himself as the best midfielder of his generation. De Bruyne was outstanding for City this season and was essential to their European treble victory. During the 2022-23 season, he made 49 appearances for the citizens across all competitions, including 10 goals and an astounding 31 assists. 4. Kylian Mbappé. For Kylian Mbappé, the 2022-23 season had the potential to be truly memorable, but it fell just short. On an individual level, the Frenchman has had a very successful season as usual, but the disappointment of the World Cup final and an early Champions League elimination have marred it. At the 2022 FIFA World Cup, Mbappé took home the Golden Boot award and even scored an incredible hat-trick against Argentina in the championship match. Due to his prodigious goal-scoring abilities, the Frenchman continues to be a dangerous presence in the attacking third and causes chaos practically every time he plays. For PSG, in the 2022-23 season, the 24-year-old made 43 appearances in all competitions, making 41 starts and contributing 10 assists. He is in the Ballon d'Or conversation this year, but is unlikely to pip the competition to it. 3. Rodri. Rodri is arguably the best holding midfielder in the world right now. By virtue of his superior game intelligence and exquisite technical qualities, Rodri manages to do the work of two people in midfield without breaking a sweat. He was an extremely reliable and consistent performer for City in the 2022-23 season, starting more games across all competitions than any of his teammates. Rodri's calm and composed style of play allowed City to dominate proceedings in the center of the park against the best teams in Europe. The 26-year-old also scored City's winner in the Champions League final against Inter Milan. After winning the continental treble with City, Rodri proceeded to play a crucial role in propelling Spain to UEFA Nations League glory in June. The Spain international has done enough to warrant a place on the Ballon d'Or podium this year. 2. Erling Haaland, Manchester City. In 2022-23, 56 goals, 9 assists. 1 Champions League, Premier League, FIA Cup. Erling Haaland broke countless records over the course of last season. And there was a time in late April that it seemed inevitable he would move to the top of the Ballon d'Or rankings come the end of the campaign. However, a run of just 1 goal in his final 8 games of the campaign for Man City means he will likely come up short in 2023, even though it was his efforts that played a massive role in Pep Guardiola's side winning the treble. 1. Lionel Messi. In 2022-23, 42 goals, 26 assists. 1 World Cup, Ligue 1 trophy as champions. Lionel Messi did his best to throw an 8th Ballon d'Or away with his stuttering form during the second half of the 2022-23 season. But in the end, his iconic World Cup win is likely to be enough to earn him yet another Golden Ball. With it now more likely than ever that he is done with European football, though. Does it mean it will be his 8th and final win of the award? His early form for Inter Miami suggests he can still produce unstoppable performances regardless. And with this, we reach the end of today's video. What do you think about today's video? Share your opinion. Do let us know in the comment section below. And if you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscribe. Share this video with your friends and family and press the bell icon for more upcoming videos. We'll see you next time with a newer video. Stay tuned and take care.